Tonight, Memphis mourns civil rights leader Reverend Jesse Jackson, a two-time presidential candidate, protege of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and a lifelong advocate for justice. Jackson died today at the age of 84. He helped advance the civil rights movement for decades, including right here in Memphis. ABC 24's Desmond Nugent shows us how Jackson's legacy will continue to live on in our city.
From his role in the 1968 sanitation strike to his efforts to promote peace in the classroom, Reverend Jesse Jackson's influence has been long felt here in Memphis. One of his close friends tells us how they're carrying part of his legacy into local schools. Reverend Jackson has been a civil rights leader for decades. Here in Memphis, his impact began at the Lorraine Hotel just days before Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated. He marched during the 1968 sanitation strike, fighting for dignity, fair wages, and respect for working people.
He said, you know, we're going back to the streets in Memphis. We're going to win this battle in Memphis.
Kermit Moore of the NAACP Memphis chapter remembers Jackson as a friend and inspiration.
Reverend Jackson loved Memphis, and Memphis loved Reverend Jackson.
Moore calls Jackson a friend to both the local and national NAACP, describing the civil rights icon as a humble servant and a great leader who continues to inspire.
Even in the time that we're in now, when look like all hope is gone, Reverend Jackson told us to keep hope alive. And as long as I'm around, I'm going to follow that.
Dr. Joseph of the Rainbow Push Coalition in Memphis says Jackson's influence reached far beyond politics. He says in recent years, Jackson focused on conflict resolution in school systems. Kyle says Jackson urged Memphis leaders to address the violence.
We really have to get at the nexus of why our children are so angry, filled with anxiety and frustration. That will be part of his legacy.
According to Dr. Kyles, in the weeks leading up to Jackson's death, Reverend Jackson was with his family.
He was constantly communicating with his wife and his children, and I'm so thankful to have experienced this kind of man and what he has shown to the country.
Dr. Kyle says expanding this program will be one more way to honor Reverend Jesse Jackson's commitment to peace, opportunity, and hope for the next generation. In downtown Memphis, I'm Desmond Nugent, ABC 24 News.